Yeah. Well, I think the hardest part, at least in my experience, like I've never been to a big boxing promotion like this, but in my experience, I've been to like, I wrestled in an All-American tournament and stuff like that. And the crowd is, and the ambiance of the vibe of the whole thing is probably more mentally challenging than fighting. Cause like if we're just, at Saratoga sparring together, right? It's like, we can do that. But when there's a lot of people watching, when there's cameras there, when there's people yelling, you can't hear your coaches from the side. Like that's crazy.
So crazy. So crazy.
Yeah. I have a feeling you'll hear my wife yelling from the stands. She'll be yelling.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Hey guys, and welcome to another EFN edition of the Legends Boxing Podcast. I'm really excited to have two guests in studio again. We're going to do our very best to get these guys to talk crap to each other because they are fighting each other. I doubt it's going to happen. I'm pretty familiar with these guys, but they're both real nice guys. So here we have Justin Leader and we have Dalton Jensen, and these guys are fighting May 13th at our EFN here in Utah. And he didn't put his phone on silent, but that's okay. It's super real, right? We're just right here with our core values. So thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate you.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So May 13th, you've been a Legends member for a while. Where do you train out of?
I train out of Cottonwood, and I've been going since February 2020.
So for a while now.
That's dope.
Yeah, for a while now. So Cottonwood Heights, February 2020, so a few years now. Didn't you mention to me that you wanted to do it last year too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to do it last year. By the time that I actually talked myself into applying, you guys had already picked the fighters.
Okay.
They go quick, man.
They do. Yeah. They fill up really, really fast. And I think Rob mentioned he had like over 120 applicants or something this year for EFN, and so it's pretty popular. It's starting to gain some pretty big popularity in the state of Utah. So congratulations on being able to get it this year. What was your what intrigued you about wanting to get into a boxing ring?
Well, Rob I love like combat sports just in general, but I'm one of the producers for the Legends podcast. So Rob was like, why don't you join us? We're going to be doing it anyway. And so I was like, all right, cool. Because it's also, never like turn down an opportunity. It's a big one. It's really fun. So if you can say yes, you should.
Yeah, no, for sure. So we're glad you said yes. And yes, if you guys have been watching or listening to the podcast, the guy that you've seen walking past the camera, that's Dalton here. So say hi to Dalton, guys. So let's talk a little bit of business. Now, EFN, Executive Fight Night, that's what everybody, so if you don't know what that means, that's what it means. And so these guys are executives. They are business owners, or they're, a high-level executive of a company that they're representing. And what company are you representing, Justin?
I'm representing JC Pro Design. We do screen print, embroidery, promotional products, that kind of stuff.
And what level in the company are you?
I'm the owner.
Okay. Yeah. So when did you start that?
I started April 2016. So we're year 7.
Nice. That's great. And so for anybody who knows business, you're in business 7 years and you're still chugging. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what are you doing, Dalton?
I'm representing just my podcast and my company. So Aloha Views, but we're a production company and then my podcast.
What's the name of your podcast?
The Thinking Project.
The Thinking Project. Okay.
Yeah.
So they can find that on any of their listening.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
YouTube.
I actually met Rob and got into Legends producing because Rob was on my podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was really fun.
That I didn't even know.
I interviewed Rob. Yeah, it was really cool.
What else do you do? Don't you have your hands tied into a few other things?
Yeah. So big in like just sales. So I've been in sales and marketing for over a decade. So I'm also the director of sales for Dirty Dough, the cookie company.
Okay.
And and then just do a lot of freelancing, just sales and marketing consultation and stuff. Yeah.
That's great. Dirty Dough. I've had Dirty Dough.
They're
whoa. Like,
they're
holy
good.
wow. They're good.
Very rich.
Yes.
They're triple layer. They're rich. Dude.
Yes. They pack, I think, a cookie inside of another cookie.
Yeah.
So
it gets gnarly.
Yeah, it does get pretty gnarly. So, well, EFN, it's coming up. How's training going? Let's talk to Dalton because Justin, you've been doing this for a while, so I would imagine training is just kind of a little different.
Training's been good. It's, I I already worked out like 5 days a week at Legends, but sparring changed everything. Okay. It's like I started fresh when we started sparring.
Okay.
So that's been going good though.
Okay. Now, what did you do before now, because I know you a little bit and I know you do jiu-jitsu, right? And so you're not unfamiliar with kind of hard conditioning and those kinds of things. But what's been the transition from that to boxing? How has that been?
Yeah, the stance is like, because I do jiu-jitsu wrestling, and the stance is probably the hardest one. Because like, in wrestling, in jiu-jitsu, you're pretty squared up, at least more square than you are in boxing.
Right, aren't you pretty low too?
Yeah, like you're really low. You're in like, with boxing though, it was very different. I think the biggest part was like relaxing. Cause like I think confidence comes from like knowing that you can, like you've done something before. And so you know what to expect. And so like, I know how to relax in like a jiu-jitsu or like wrestling. Cause like we're going to be fine, but boxing was different. So I was holding my breath a lot and like freaking out. So just like relaxing. So that's what I've been working on probably the most is just like breathing. Cause like you're always trying to anticipate something. Like I'm always anticipating if I'm going to punch or anticipating to get punched. And that's just bad news.
Yes, ring, to a degree it is, but you ought to know and understand that your opponent's doing the same thing, right? So like, especially come EFN fight of the night, and that night of the fight that's what's so cool about this EFN is you guys are both on the same playing field, right? Like in my experience and in the years that I've been boxing, it does not matter how long somebody's been hitting a heavy bag. What really matters is how long they've been inside the ring, what the ring time is and the actual realities of boxing are, because it really is, like you mentioned, you could be hitting a heavy bag and doing mitts for 3 years, but once you get into a ring and now you've got to apply all of that to someone else who's trying to do the same thing to you, it's literally like starting over again. So when you guys both get in night of the fight, you've been both taught all the new stuff that he never really got taught the 3 years he's been in a heavy bag. So it's that same playing field, and he's over processing and overthinking and overdoing all of that same exact stuff. Yeah. So it is really cool. And like a few episodes ago, the one with Scott Hillman, like that one is, like opportunities for you guys. This is such a great, cool opportunity to check something off a bucket list. That's something that comes around. Like you said, when the opportunity comes, jump on it. Let's do it. So it's been good. So it's been about 6 weeks of training now. How are you feeling? Like afterwards, you guys recovering? I mean, you've been doing it for a while, so it's like,
Yeah, sparring though it's a different animal completely. But it's been good. I'm fortunate to have a pretty good coach, Stuart. So.
Yeah. Stuart's a great coach. He actually got Coach of the Year last year for Legends Boxing. I believe it was. Yeah,
sick.
Nobody makes you feel like more inadequate in the ring, like sparring against him. He makes it look so easy. And oh man.
Well, tell me about did you feel like you needed an oxygen tank after your first round?
Yes.
Isn't that crazy? Even after 3 years of conditioning boxing, it was still like.
You can do a 10-minute round on the heavy bag, breaking a sweat but not dying, and a minute and a half sparring round and you're coughing up blood, it seems like,
Yeah, it's crazy. Now what gym are you fighting out of or training out of? Saratoga Springs? Okay. How's the experience going there? How's the coaches, everything like that?
Yeah, coaching's good. It's a lot of fun. Really good so far. I enjoy, I think sparring is really unique too, because you get to like get punched in the face and that's different, right? Like that, right? You like, you know where your flaws are really quick.
Do you feel like you're learning though? Like each time you're progressing, you're getting yourself, do you guys both feel like this program and what Legends has kind of put forth for you is definitely, by come May 13th, I'm going to be ready for this? Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, I think you'd be as ready as you ever are because it's coming, right?
Yeah, it's coming fast.
And it's cool because because everybody's on like you mentioned, we're all kind of doing the same thing. So I think it'll be fun. I think it's a good opportunity.
Such a blast. I'm excited for the production that gets put on this year because last year was huge. So, I mean, like I've had a lot of fights, but I've never fought in front of as many people as I did last year for EFN. And there was like 2,800 people there. And like even when I fought at nationals, there wasn't that many people there. There was like maybe 500 people at nationals. And so having an event like this, where it's this Vegas production event, and I'm excited for you guys. Like, I'm not trying to build some nerves up already or anything like that, but I'm excited to be there. So anything you want to say to your opponent?
You did this earlier.
You keep trying.
These guys are real nice. I mean, the point of having both of you in studio at the same time, but maybe if we had you separate, there would be some shit talking going on.
That is true, right? There is, that is different when they're not right there.
I know, it's like video games, right? You got your video game console and talk shit to the guy on the other side. Stop shooting me, fool. That's fair. I'm excited just to see all of the hard work pay itself off. Again, we want to try to get some, fun interaction, but like these guys, I think that just both of them are ready to bring it and bring a really good, exciting show, right?
Yeah, well, I think the hardest part, at least in my experience, like I've never been to a big boxing promotion like this, but in my experience, I've been to I wrestled in an All-American tournament and stuff like that, and the crowd is, and the ambiance of the whole, the vibe of the whole thing is probably more mentally challenging than fighting. Cause like if we're just, at Saratoga sparring together, right? It's like, we can do that. But when there's a lot of people watching, when there's cameras there, when there's people yelling, you can't hear your coaches from the side. Like that's crazy.
So crazy. So crazy.
Yeah. I have a feeling you'll hear my wife yelling from the stands. She'll be yelling.
Good. But it's wild, man. Like I was in a thing where it was standing room only. And I was wrestling, you couldn't hear anybody. Couldn't hear anything. You just had to go off of whatever you were doing. And then,
not even your coach who's 30 feet away from you.
Not even 30 feet, probably like 10. And they were like, you couldn't tell whether he was yelling or someone else. And I think that is what people don't prepare for. I don't know. I mean, you know what I mean? That's part of it. That's part of it.
It is going to be that. I can promise you guys that now. I can put that, ease that into your brain is you will not hear anyone until the bell rings. And then you're sitting in front of your coach in between round 1 and round 2.
Yeah.
That's it. That's when you hear what your coach has to say. But your coach, whoever it is, they're not going to be able to talk at the end of the night. They're going to lose their voice there's always business. They're going to be screaming so much stuff, but you're not going to hear any of it at all. And you probably, like I've had fighters that I've cornered where like I've had people after the fight go, man, what did you say to that guy in the middle of the ring to get him to go back out for round 3? And he just came hard. And I'm like, I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. Like we're all in the moment. It's all such an adrenaline pumped thing. So that's part of the excitement though. I mean, that's part of the memory that you guys will have that you'll take with you that, 20 years from now, when you're talking to your grandkids about your EFN experience, you're going to remember every minute of everything that happened, and even the training going up to it right now. I mean, there's stuff you guys are learning, things that are going to just be a part of you for the rest of your lives. So it's pretty exciting. It's a pretty exciting thing. Yeah. So you going to the after party?
I didn't know about the after party.
Okay.
Well, I don't think Adrian's told anybody about the after party.
Well, we're going to tell you guys now. I'm excited about the after party. There's an after party after every time we do an EFN. We usually rent out a pretty large facility for people to come. Your ticket, your wristband, whatever, gets you in the door. So we're going to celebrate everybody's victories. So get excited about it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Start preparing.
Yeah,
that's another thing you guys can be telling your friends and family and all these other people who are interested about this. EFN, get your tickets now. EFNboxing.com. Come see these guys fight. Now, everybody loves and will pay to watch people get punched in the face. Okay? And these guys are fighting in the super heavyweight class, guys. So they're big hitters. They hit pretty hard. It's going to be exciting. I am going to do the shit talking for them. I don't think it's going to go past round 2.
Probably because I'll get too tired, but...
Oh, see, look how nice he is.
I only got 2 rounds, so I got to hurry up.
I used to be really good at instigating shit. Now these guys are making me feel like I've lost my touch, guys. Now I got to get more practice in. But now, anyway.
I got 3 rounds in me.
Okay. All right. We got a little bit. We got a little bit coming out. Okay.
Amen.
So, no, it's just going to be exciting. And there is actually a few super heavyweights on the card this year. And so the one, I don't have any idea what the lineup in the card is, but I hope you guys get a chance to see one of the fights I'm really excited about seeing is Scott Hillman and Andy Hayford.
I want to see that one. That's going to be a good one.
I'm really excited about that. If any of you guys that are listening have listened to any of the episodes, you got to hear the story about Scott and the fact that he's for 12, 13 years been trying to get a boxing match. And, at 51 years of age, it's like, what are your chances ever going to happen unless you're Sylvester Stallone and you want to make another Rocky movie? But now EFN is giving him that opportunity. And so I'm pretty pumped about seeing that fight.
Andy trains at our gym.
Yeah, that's
he's putting in the work. He's doing really good because he was an EFN fighter once before, right? But his opponent threw in the towel.
No,
or
he knocked him out.
Knocked him out after the first round. I remember, like, it only made one round.
I was his corner with my towel in the hand. There wasn't any time for me to even throw the towel.
I knew it was one round is all, and that's why Andy's doing it again, is he wants to go more than one round.
Yeah, and actually,
Scott will give him more than one round.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed. That's why I don't want to give too much away because Andy's he's the next episode.
Yeah.
He's the next podcast episode. Right. So I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, Andy, I'm really excited about this because he said in the episode, to kind of dime it out a little bit, is he's like, that was what I didn't really do the first time was prep and train. And so going into the ring, I didn't feel ready and I didn't feel confident. And he was even more mentally kind of distraught because his opponent, Neil, had already fought before. He had fought in an existing EFN. And to give, shout out to Neil. Neil took the fight on like 3 weeks notice and trained really, really hard. But yeah, Andy, gave him a big old huge 6 and then it was done. It was just over.
Andy hits hard. I've sparred him a couple of times.
Oh, and he is learning how to put all of that weight behind those punches. And so that's, I guess we're talking some shit, but we're not talking shit about your guys' fight. But
it's better commentating on it.
Yeah, that's what it is. We're just commentating. People pumped for just any old fight in the night.
See if you can get Andy to, talk for me.
I tried, man. Trust me, I tried.
Andy I was there for that. He was just
very professional.
Even keel. Yep.
Yeah, very like everybody's been. It's been really good. I'm the one who's wanted to hear all this shit talking. But it makes for exciting. And again, it's this is the kind of stuff that people sitting in the stands, when they hear you guys and they hear you about your fight and experience and stuff, and then now come May 13th, they're going to be rooting for you guys. And so no matter what, we're developing you guys a fan base like there's nobody's business here. So
and it's been crazy to see how fast the tickets have been going too. Like the tables were gone in a week.
Gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
I had Adrienne had to text me and be like, "Hey, if you want a table like you were talking about, you better get it today." And so I did, and then the next day they were gone.
Nobody even bothered texting me that.
I had a few friends that are like, on Friday, they're like, "Hey, I tried to get a table, but it says they're sold out." And I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah. It was nuts, man.
And so, that's why I keep saying on like every episode, get on now and get your tickets now, because it happens every time, like every single time. They're sold out and it's a week before the fight, and now we're going to get 1,000 emails and text messages from people going, "Hey, how do I get EFN tickets?" And so that's why I keep telling Nick, we're going to turn it into the point where people are going to buy up 100 tickets right when ticket sales go on, and then a week before fight they're scalping tickets. I got $40. That's what it's been like. Oakland Coliseum.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
So how's life going, guys? Life going good?
Yeah.
Dude, it's good. We're ready.
You ready? Okay. Well, I'm excited for you. Yeah. I appreciate you guys being here. Is there any shout outs that you guys want to do before we call it? No,
man.
No shout outs to the company.
EFN. Shout out to EFN. Shout out to Legends. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah. I'm excited for you guys. It's gonna be really good. So make sure you don't miss Dalton and Justin getting in the ring come May 13th. EFNboxing.com. Also, remember, guys, it's helping to support Operation Underground Railroad. So it's not just coming in and watching boxing and watching these guys, all the training they put forth. It's helping and supporting a good cause that's international. It's helping the world. So get your tickets now, and we'll see you guys May 13th.
Amen.
Awesome. Thanks.